that check to go. I'm gone. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm calling the guap. Who gave you the voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A first down throw for Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Elliott. Oh, good move at the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking to throw. Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And his first pass is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a Redskin 1st down as Smith hits Crowder.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Smith again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They'll start the drive with Elliott. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second down, Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott from the gun. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, and this is incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time, and it's second down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this will come up easily. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down. First down, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott to throw it. A dump off to Elliott. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Prescott. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. He's going to get it running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. So out now come the Redskins. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Prescott on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott down. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. is. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
A
first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Smith and the Redskins will come up now first and 10 at the 20.
I said 580. Wants to run.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith looking deep downfield. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
I said 580.
On second and 10, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Jalen Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
It's fielded at the 45. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And Beasley with it over the middle. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he comes back with one complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his kick here is good. And the lead opens up now 21-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Caught on the right side, Reed. A huge play there for Washington, and even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On first down, it's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to the air. Smith on 2nd down. Airing one out for Crowder. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception. So
Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. The give is to Elliott. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Crowder now to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now Prescott. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sean Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, 4 down. 980. Hey, 52. 52.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
4 down. Change. Set. 980.
On 1st down, Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richardson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Smith. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Prescott from the gun. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Ryan Kerrigan in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Here we go. Wide eight. 54,
Here's Prescott. Hearns brings it in. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. First down, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Mason Foster. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Prescott to throw it. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come?
And Owen coughed it up, and the Cowboys have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Prescott now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Throwing is Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Smith now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Yeah, 52.
From the 50, it's Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Smith. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
You guys go 52. Eddie,
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Room to run inside the 40. He finds Hearns left side. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Again, it's Elliott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Throwing, Prescott. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Pernell McPhee in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Smith on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Smith. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Alert 86! Alert 86! I said line 80! I said...
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Line 80! 96!
They'll give to Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Steps away. And Beasley with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter.
Hey, on.
After the interception, here's Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I said 580.
On first down, it's Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Yeah, 52.
On first down, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he finds Beasley complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Here we go. 180.
Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down. Here we go. 180.
Right back to him on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
3 down. 3 down. We got 3. Here we go. 180. Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't say nothing.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. One last throw here for Smith. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Dallas...
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like